Hello, I'm Victor, AD0VP. I just got this new soldering station, the X-Tronic 7040 Pro. So I thought I'd do a little unboxing. It's also got the high temperature air soldering wand as well, which is this right here. So I'm pretty excited to get this going. I'm going to do my first attempt at air soldering, and I'm going to get this together and we'll see how it goes. So here is the air gun. So I'm just going to assemble this here really quick. It's really nice. Puts out up to 700 watts, and it also comes with a soldering iron. And I was really impressed how small this tip is, but it comes with multiple tips. Just plugs into the back and the power cord here. Came with solder, and it also came with a pump, which is neat. And it goes over here like this. It goes that way. I think it goes that way. So I'm going to get this assembled and I'll be right back. So this is the paste, and I've read that it's once it's exposed to the air, it doesn't last very long. It comes with a little syringe. Sadly, there's no instructions, so we're going to figure this out on our own. There's a little tiny blunt needle and a syringe. So I don't know if I can get that out. So I assume it's supposed to stay in there. So I've got a Raspberry Pi 2 from Adafruit, and I've got their new and improved header. It's got color coding on it. And we're going to see if we can solder this on with this paste and see how it goes. Well, I would call that a partial success. Probably not enough heat. Some of the pins are not soldered. Others are soldered quite nicely. So we're going to add a little more and try it again. So I added a little more solder. And I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. And I've raised the temperature to 775 degrees and reduced the air velocity a little bit. So let's see if this works better. You can see the solder forming and melting right there. And the residual just kind of flows off the board. So when you set the wand back on the station, it automatically starts cooling down. So let's see if we can get this zoomed in. So that gives you a pretty good look there. I would call that a success. So I'm going to try my second card now. I've really zoomed in here, hoping you can see this. So on the first one there, I ended up going over twice. I'm not sure if I used enough paste. So I'm going to try to use more paste this time. Get a little more confident in it. So this air gun really warms up fast. Just in the time I've had the video on, it's gotten up to 775 degrees. So the manufacturer warns that at higher temperatures you have to keep the airflow up. So you can adjust both airflow and temperature. So right now it's 775 degrees and the airflow is set at 76. So they recommend at least 70. Otherwise you can burn up your gun. Too much air velocity, I've noticed, tends to push all this stuff away before it has a chance to melt. So you are kind of controlling the flow with the air, and you're also controlling the melting with the heat. So here we go. Wish me luck.
it's pretty hot in there.
So a couple of these pins aren't really fully soldered yet. You can see over here there's a little bit on that ground pin, and I've got that one bubble that just doesn't want to come off. So I will have to go over this a second time. Looks pretty good. See if we can zoom in some more. So now I'm attempting this TNC board, which is a packet radio hat designed for Raspberry Pi. And because this board's so large, it has to sit up high above the Raspberry Pi. So this is an extra long header we purchased through Adafruit. You can also use a standard header, and they make a header extension. But getting the length of this was a bit challenging to get it just right. So we're not going to solder this in all the way. It's not actually up against, there's a little bit of space in there. But I've decided it's the best of both worlds, and it's where we need to be. So this is very thick material coming out of this tube. It takes both hands for me to really get it in there. And I'm going to let you see how long it takes this to heat up. So it's already at 500 degrees. 600, 700, 775, just like that.
So I'm going to try to do this in one take and add a little more as I go. Let me try going a little more.
So this board wasn't quite as successful as the others, and I think the reason was I increased the temperature and the air too much. So I cleaned this up with just a standard iron, and it did real well. I'm pretty happy with that, and I need to clean it up and get all the residual off there with some alcohol and a toothbrush, and I think we'll be good to go. So overall, I'm very pleased with the X-Tronic 7040 Pro X solder and iron station. As I mentioned before, it includes the hot air as well as the traditional iron. A lot of accessories, 3-year warranty included. It was highly recommended, and I will leave a link in the description below if you're interested. Thanks again, and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it.